This is Sovereign Starseed, and I'm pleased to bring you an esoteric study session tonight. Anybody that was able to stay up and is able to catch this, I think will appreciate this. So, thank you guys so much for joining in. And here in just a moment, I'm going to make sure that we get started. Let me just go ahead and check some controls on the ship. There we go. All right. Cool. Alright, so looks like we're getting everything all set up. And it looks like everything on the spaceship is starting to work. I love this spaceship. I love being able to have the opportunity to broadcast from it. Transmit. You know what I mean? It's such a pleasure. Just looking at a few things here. No real rush. We have time. Alright. So, tonight is going to begin something that is really close to my heart. And it's a book that changed me and helped me see a lot deeper who I really am, and just it was just a book that got through so many of my filters. And I'll tell you guys, like I scrutinize a lot of the information that I come across, and I feel, you should. And it's a good thing to do things like that, because you gotta always make sure that the information that you're getting is solid. And if you don't try to question some of the information that you're getting, then you're blindly following it. And that's something that you can actually, you can really say it. So yeah, let me just go ahead and check a couple of other things here. Alright. There we go. Getting everything else set up really nice. So, yeah, what I could say is that there's some definite good information that I've seen in this book, and a lot of times getting back to scrutinizing the information, it's just that this is a book that I started to read, and I had an open mind, I had an open heart, and it just started to pretty much teach me deeply and get through all of my filters so easily that I was emotional during that time. And it's been a minute since I've read this, and there may be points where I may get emotional reading it again, but it's important. for the humans of Earth to hear. And I really am so honored to be able to read this, and I'm surprised, that a lot more people haven't. So let's get into it. It's called Bringers of the Dawn. It's teachings from the Pleiadians, and it's by a very wise channeler named Barbara Marciniak. And this book came out in 1992, and I think I first read it in like early 2000s, something like that. And it was so beautiful, the way that the information flowed and the exact way that it still is relevant. So we're going to end up finding a lot of things that are relevant in here, and we're going to end up being able to really open our hearts up when we read this. So this is a special transmission from the spaceship, beaming some light right down to Earth with the Pleiadian knowledge and the Pleiadian transmissions. So we're going to begin with chapter 1, and every night, or I don't know, maybe not every night, but just every time that it's appropriate, we're going to end up reading from here. We're just going to try to pick up from where we left off, alright? So, beginning with chapter 1, this is Ambassadors Through Time. And it says, our ancestors were some of the original planners of Earth, orchestrators who seeded worlds and civilizations with creativity and love. Because of their qualifications, they like to orchestrate worlds just as conductors love to conduct. Our ancestors are also your ancestors, and we like to call you our ancient family, as indeed you are. Our ancestors gave their DNA to the original planners, and this DNA became part of the DNA of the human species. We Pleiadians come from your future, in a version of your now. There exists a place of tyranny and turmoil, and they have seen probable futures of Earth, and we have seen probable futures of Earth that include the same tyranny and decay. Time is greatly misunderstood in third-dimensional reality. You believe that time is measured in minutes or degrees. Oh yeah, let me make sure that I get this chat up here. See anybody that's watching, super grateful for this, and I think you will be too. Alright, cool. So, yeah. Alright, here we go. Time is greatly misunderstood in third-dimensional reality. You believe that time is measured in minutes or degrees. Time is much faster than you realize. In actuality, time codes and plays with information, allowing you to move into reality simultaneously by stretching, distorting, curving, and twisting time around. You can get on an elliptical curve of time and experience many realities by simply going around the elliptical curve and discovering that, as time is not solid, neither is reality. As all realities are not solid, and as the future is not set, it is only a number of probabilities. We see an opportunity at this time to insert a more positive probability for Earth. We wish to reinsert light on this planet and restore Earth to its original purpose, that of becoming a magnificent intergalactic exchange center of information. So we have come back in a section of time to a place we call a kernel, or a seed, in order to effect change. This change will not only affect Earth, it will affect your future, our present, and the entire universe. This is big news. You have come to Earth at a place in time when evolution is at hand. A major leap is about to take place that you came to participate in, and you are not alone. For many energies are coming to Earth now to participate in this great project. There are motherships surrounding this planet that are acting as literal transducers of energy. There are beams of light coming to Earth from old and ancient star systems that have been working with you for aeons. These beams of information are being blasted onto the planet. As this information is being beamed to you, your body must be able to receive it, transduce it, boost it, and beam it back out to others. Many of you will build telepathic links with these motherships that will be like having your radio stations through which you will be able to tune into a wealth of information at will. This is the evolution of superconsciousness, the evolution into the highest aspect of your being. You do not need to worry about becoming this being, for you already are this being, and you just need to remember it. Since the veils around Earth were lifted at the time of harmonic convergence, you have been subtly beamed with this energy from the outer cosmos, and it is constantly being stepped up and increased as you are able to handle it. You are now evolving at such an extremely accelerated rate at the year of this decade will be like 10 years or more from the previous century. Feel how much you will accomplish by 1999 and feel who you will be. It will be as if you have lived 100 years in a decade. And guys, can we say that that's true? Like, even looking back on 1999, or even looking back on the year that we're reading this right now in 2017, and it will also be true in the future whenever you view this. So it's beautiful because these messages are timeless. You will be flooded with memory, flooded with many other things. Many of you will take trips upon the ships to various portions of the solar system. As you come into the age of light, worlds will open that you never knew existed. You have moved past the other ages, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, the Industrial Age, the Information Age, and so on. These other ages had to do with seeding, planting, cultivating, and putting the potentialities of life into the third dimension. A transition is about to occur, a dimensional shift that will lessen the density of the third dimension so that you will move into higher dimensions in which the body does not have such a solid state. You have come here because you wish to master the evolutionary process and be able to live with it. This is going to be very exciting because it means that you are going to function in many realities. Buried deep inside of you are all of the answers. The questions that come to the forefronts of your minds are arising so that you can bring the answers from within your own beings. In order to achieve this, you must first believe that the information is stored there. Humanity is learning a great lesson at this time. The lesson is, of course, to realize your godhood, your connectedness with Prime Creator and with all that exists. The lesson is to realize that everything is connected and that you are part of it all. There are multitudes of cultures and societies that exist throughout the vastness of space, and these societies and cultures have been on and off this planet from the very beginning. It's not just that we, the Pleiadians, have come to assist. We are only one grouping from one star system. There are many who have journeyed here for many reasons. The majority of the extraterrestrials are here for your upliftment, though there are also those who are here for other reasons. Your history moves in and out of very special times. Many of you became involved on Earth aeons ago through star energy and through working with higher realms. You know quite completely the difficulties that Earth has gone through, such as how many times the lands have shifted and how many times help has come from the skies. I said I get emotional sometimes, and it's whenever I start to remember. And I'm so grateful to be able to be here and do this for you. Alright. Information was distorted when those who came from the skies to move you along in your development were turned into gods. As children idolize those who can do what they cannot do, your society clearly demonstrates this same method of creating godhood. The concept behind this method is one of the belief paradigms that you have come here to change. The third-dimensional world is one of great challenge, for it allows magnificent limitations to set themselves up. Through these limitations, structures are formed, and through this process, you create and learn that you are a portion of Prime Creator, and that Prime Creator desires experience. You are magnificent beings, members of the family of light, and you came to Earth at this time on assignment to create a shift, to make a change, to assist in the transition. Love is the key. Love is what makes up the universe. The present technology on Earth will only develop to a certain extent because mankind does not yet understand that love is necessary. Energy can take all forms of creativity, but when one is dealing with greed or hatred or any emotion that is not working toward light, one is only allowed to go so far. There is only so much information that is available to that sort of vibration. Love is the basic building block, so when one has love, all possibilities exist. Bringing back the concepts of light, which are information, and love, which is creativity, is the plan. It takes renegades like the family of light to come into a system that has been primarily dark for aeons and change it. We are very much renegades where we are, and as we have said, our own system is in need of transformation. We are working as a bridge or a link through the family of light in a variety of systems in order to change our own system. Your raising of consciousness through love and responsibility nourishes us, replenishes us, and expands our consciousness so that we may evolve further. Therefore, we are friends and guides and assistants to you, so you assist us as well. Where will this transition take you? We would like to see you become qualified to form worlds consciously. You are preparing to seed and be the species planted on many new worlds as they are being formulated. And because you have stored within your memories the history of what has occurred here on Earth, you will be able to teach others and consciously hold the direction in which other worlds need to go. It is a vast plan you are participating in. All of you jumped at the chance to be here in such a challenging place at such a challenging time. You were certain you could do it. Also, you were told before you came here that there would be much assistance, and that at different junctures of your development, different entities would present themselves upon the planet in different capacities to trigger you, to fire you up, and remind you, not do it for you. Oh, I'm remembering so much. We are one of those triggers, a catalyst. When you hear the name Pleiadians, you feel a connection, because we are assisting you and bringing you your own information, your own knowing forward. By working with you, it is our intention to offer a reminder of who you are, so that you can find the greatest source of your own inspiration. If we could assign a career to each of you, or give you a way of being, we would ask that each of you become an inspiration. When you are able to live in this capacity and to be truly an inspiration to all who encounter you, you will be living your light, and that is quite profound. Remember that we are here for our reasons, and that you are here for your reasons, and that we are all here to evolve together and create a new vibrational frequency. We wish to break belief paradigms that separate individuals as they evolve. We wish to create an ambassadorship, a game of harmony and cooperation, by giving you information that strikes you at the core of your beings, no matter what your former beliefs have been. We, the group that speaks to you, are intending to fill our own resume with some interesting experiences. When we first began speaking in 1988, our collective consisted of 50 to 75 entities, some physical, some non-physical, all Pleiadian. Our numbers have been growing, and our collective now consists of well over 100 entities from many different systems. This was in 1992. We can now be called Pleiadians Plus. We are those in our reality who do not believe that we can accomplish what we have set out to do with you. Without you, they feel we are taking too many chances and too many risks, yet they are sitting on the edges of their seats to see what will happen. There are those in your system who believe we are here to spread fear, but we do not see it in that way. We do not wish to scare any of you. We simply wish to inform you. If you sit in a dark room and you hear strange sounds, it can be fearful. However, if you turn on the light to see what is making the sounds, then it is not so scary. We wish you to be informed about what you are dealing with. Light is information. Ignorance is darkness. Whew. I'm gonna tweet that real fast. Oh, there we go. We want you to be working in the light, not in the dark. Thank you, Ray of Sunshine, for tuning in. I hope that you find this information helpful, and I hope it helps you remember. We are involved in working with you because we wish to evolve our consciousness toward more free will and expression. Just as you are on assignment to change the system that you are within, we are on assignment to change the system that we are within. We are not without our purpose. As we said, we come from your future, and in certain instances, we have our hands full. We need you, just as you need us. You, as the members of Family of Light, can institute, implement, or insert a grand new probability in the chain of realities that will implode in the next 20 years from this sector of existence because you physically live on this planet. It is through you that the transformation will occur. What you do now vastly affects us. What happens with Earth vastly affects us. Just tweeting. There we go. I was like, I know I've already read this. Okay, we are here to assist, to teach, and to evolve as we go through this process together. We give our version of things only to bring you into higher consciousness. We do not wish to say that this version and only this version is how it is. This whole teaching is designed with a great purpose in mind, and the stories that we tell you are set up to take you to a higher plane of consciousness. That is our intention. The words that we choose and the concepts of which we speak are triggers for codes that are stored deep inside of your bodies. Your bodies are waiting for the questions to be posed so that you begin to resonate with the answers inside of yourselves, so that the cellular memories within your bodies can begin to remember what they already know. As we speak to you, you will remember. In speaking to you, we wish to expand your definition of reality. However, never take anything we say literally. Always follow the larger spiral that we are intending to create that allows you to see the bigger picture. Never stop where we define an idea, since we are simply here to open up your paradigms and rattle your cages so that you can begin to find the activation of real knowledge, the true knowledge that is stored inside of you. That is where the data is, and we have come to awaken it in you. We wish to throw out ideas for your consideration. We wish to encourage you not to get stuck on any one idea, and also to embrace what you are hesitant about or are fearful of. Realize that when you face the so-called dark portions or shadow portions of yourself, you are creating an opportunity of liberation for all concerned. Oof. People need to hear this. This comes back to the first and final tenet. Thought creates. No matter what situation you find yourself in, it is the power of your thoughts that got you there. It is also the impeccable belief that thought creates that will transform your experience in the planetary existence. we recommend that you do a little questioning of anyone who over-defines and tells you absolutes. This is just what, these streams are going to be like, guys. Earth needs it. It's important to hear many different opinions and many different stories. Listen to a person's story, then see if it feels right. Is it to your own benefit and upliftment? See, I want to tweet everything. One of the things that we like to teach you is that it is up to you to decide what to do. We give you information. However, it is up to you to decide what to do with it. You are in charge of your life. We are not. We like to pride ourselves on being storytellers. There is a certain credibility and a certain sensationalism to the way we present data. However, a story that we tell you at one point is certainly not the only story. It is not the end, and it is never the only truth. It is only one fragmentation, one small portion of the bigger picture. No matter what story we tell you today, we guarantee you that a year from now, we will tell you a different story. Because a year from now, you will be able to comprehend things in a grander fashion. So the story will constantly evolve. Your task is to find your identity inside of the story, to find what you know not, what you want to believe or what you have been told, or what you know, not what you want to believe or what you have been told. Trusting what you know is imperative, for knowing is your connection to Prime Creator. Each and every one of you is going to have to know that your life is about something that as you begin to remember your role. You yourself chose to be here. You are on assignment to bring memory forward and to bring the value of human existence back to the forefront of creation. You are needed. You have been in training for this assignment for lifetimes, and you did not come unprepared. All that you need to know is inside of you, and it is your task to remember your training. This is not a lifetime when you are going to be taught new information. As we have said before, this is the lifetime when you are going to remember what you already know, and we are just here to remind you of it. That is part of our assignment. Twitter is like my favorite way of getting to the humans of Earth right now. All that you need, yes. So that is chapter 1 of Bringers of the Dawn, my friends. And I just hope that you guys have enjoyed this session here tonight. If you want to end up messaging me about anything further, let me know. If you like these sessions, let me know. If you don't like these sessions, let me know as well. I just want you to know that I've been starting to remember from this. And I'm very grateful to be able to have this opportunity to beam this light down onto Earth for all of the humans of Earth to soak in. This isn't even from me. This is from Barbara Marciniak, and she channeled this information in 1992. And as we get deeper into this, the layers are only going to get further and further opened up. A lot of this information was applying from 1992 to 2012. So that's why a lot of it is going to be talking about like the years from 92 to 2012. But this book has affected me so much so that I feel that even after 2012 it's still applying. So there are going to be some things in here that you'll see about certain dates that are going to be kind of older, but you know, regardless of that, all the information around it is so beautiful that this is truly what the spaceship is about. So I'm super grateful to be able to be here at this time to have this space, and we'll be back for another esoteric study session soon. And I thank you all for allowing Sovereign Starseed to read this to you. And yes, I just want to say good night to the humans of Earth.